Okay, so this idea comes from Buddhist teachings on something called dukkha, which is basically this deep sense of dissatisfaction. The core concept is a pretty tough rule for our minds. The more you chase worldly enjoyment, the bigger and more painful the crash will be when it's over. And why? Because it's all temporary. So first up, what you think of as worldly pleasure, the source material calls it the suffering of change. Here's the deal. When your joy is tied to attachment, the intensity of that high is pretty much setting the stage for an equally intense low. The more you love something, the more it's going to hurt when it changes or disappears. So what drives this endless loop? Second, it's all about attachment and sensory clinging. See, we're always trying to run from painful feelings, and that creates this engine called desire. It makes our consciousness just grab onto any sensory experience it can. You know, the eye craving beauty, the tongue craving flavor. And that process, it basically turns us into slaves of the body. And finally, the real root of all of this is delusion or just plain ignorance. It's this fundamental mistake in how we see the world. We look at things that are constantly changing, our bodies, the world around us, and we trick ourselves into thinking they're permanent. That one big distortion is what builds this whole painful system. So, if you want to avoid that inevitable crash, you have to let go of the attachment to things your mind thinks are permanent but really aren't.